with your fist connected to your face. Every other fucking drill that you are doing, look at me, is like this.
Next thing, everybody be coming to the tournament with the same like little half-ass setup of
what you need to do. What you need to do to go to the next level.
I can do that, but you're gonna make the guys do
you're like Luke Kent. You believe it, but then you sit down and you tell me, oh, fuck it, I'm too scared to really believe you. So you sit down just a little too early.
Well, I mean, it's all about the process of timing it properly. And the thing I just think I got the timing properly every time, right? And well, yeah, I guess.
Wow, Barry, you don't have it down much at all. It's a shame. You could be so much better. You could be so much better.
Come on, I get my good timing moments.
No, you got good timing for you, but not for the move. The move, that's what fears. That's the fear you have, is you don't have the timing. So that's why you sit down too early. It's okay.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the fear or it's realization too that like, fuck, some of the dudes just a little too strong for me to try to rock it. And
you're going to find out that you'll be better even in the losing position with your shoulder and your elbow away from you and on the tip and that just everything up in that index finger. Even if you don't hit it right, it's better to be here and him to take you there before he feels the rock rather than getting it and then just sitting down and now there's no explosion at all. Then you have to have him underneath you, which they still do, thanks to, they still do, but then you're in that flailing and you can't quite finish him because you didn't start from here, you started from here. But hey, who am I? I probably know nothing about what I'm talking about. So everybody out there continue to do the wrong thing. And I
don't know. It's so specific to you, to what you do. So it's kind of like, I don't know if this shit can work. You know what I mean?
Right. But you also use the other 8 tricks of mine. And then for some reason, you don't want to follow through with the last 2 ones to put it all together.
Those are the ones.
No problem.
Those are the ones that are doable. You know what I mean? And all of it, for some reason, people cannot beat the fist. You know what I mean? That last one requires some type of skill and ability to be like, all right, I can really drop my body and my arm will come back with me. And I'm gonna do this. I mean, no.
Yeah, that's all that is you don't believe it, so you don't train with your elbow out in front of your hand with your fist connected to your face. Every other fucking drill that you are doing, look at me, is like this. And that's why this is where it's a rock. Just know that if you get one of these days, if you wake up and you decide, you know what? I'm going to be the very best version. Now, I'm going to have to lighten the weight, but I'm going to keep everything in here so that when it is here, I constantly want to come get it to make it there. And listen.
Right.
Hey, listen, I can only lead you to water, young man. You must drink. You must drink. And it's hard too for good guys. You are having an upward, beautiful trajectory. It would be a valid argument for you to say, yo, you washed up old motherfucker, I'm on the way up. So I get it. No worries.
Yeah, no, I got you, but I think there's I guess I'm trying to formulate a question there because like I see what you're saying and the way you start and the way you rock your body. I think my problem is, and I think I'm having a hard time coming up with a problem, but the thing you're right is just how do you overcome the part that you get scared? I think what it does to me, if somebody gets overwhelmed on that setup to where it's like, fuck, I don't think hitting will work and I have to load, right? I think that's my problem, right? That's what I'm getting into it. Where like I can relax and probably whatever, stand up and load and hit. But if somebody just overwhelms me on that setup, I think that's why I crumble like, you know what? Let me get slowed up real quick and drop over here, right? I think that's my problem that I'm having.
Well, and two, you have to know that you got to spend 90% of your training on beating the guy that's better than you with some sort of a trick,
right.
hit or something. I mean, and while you're doing that, you got to run over the guys that you don't have to need any technique for.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if a guy is overwhelming you with that thing, that's a very bad, that guy is going to beat you if he learns a bunch of other shit. Right. So that's what I think, that if you really want to take the technique to a whole nother stratosphere, is you understand that if you get the right grip, then there's no way for him to overwhelm you, because the grip's kind of fucked up for you too. So
right,
you have to embrace it, right? Like the more separated, weird the connection is, that's the one I'm looking for, because that's the one I'm training. I'm training my fist being completely closed. So you have to know when there's a big old thing in there that makes it only close like this, not nearly as cool as being so uncomfortable that I manipulate it to where I got this fist, even though this giant is still there.
Right. Right.
So it's such a commitment to making a fist that allows the connection to be not good, but the not good connection is also a huge plus, because that's the connection you're always manipulating. So without the deep desire to know that you are going to be uncomfortable with just making a fist, because everybody's different in how they grab that fist and all that stuff. Right. You just have to know that it doesn't matter. Let's get real ridiculous with how neither one of us is grabbing each other.
Right. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
So that's